Okay, it started nice. Okay, I have to start Spotify, guess. What should I listen to on my way home?
Det var ikke snakk om å trakassere noen her.
Let's listen to Dungeons of Drakenheim.
Ja,
Hallingsbretten.
Hallingsbretten, ja.
25. That's a hit. That will be with my sneak attack. $17 damage.
Nice. You slash at the wires, and many of them disconnect, sending this spewing, rancid liquid and blood all over. Chonker is barely standing.
I like jump up onto him and point my crossbow, like I almost like climb up him nimbly, and I point my crossbow down into the top of his head, and I'm gonna fire it.
Okay.
That has advantage as well.
Yep. Again,
Awesome.
grants advantage on all attacks.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. 23 to hit
It's a hit.
Let's go!
for 10 more damage.
He had 9 hit points left. So die,
as
Chonker.
I slice off the tubes with all the stuff spraying, and I like climb up his axe arm onto his shoulders with a foot on each shoulder, and I just shoot him in the top of the head, and he just falls over, maybe crushing the rat in front.
Crushing. Yes, crushing. Rudy, just make a dexterity saving throw to see if you get out of the way of the body.
18.
Rudy rolls out of the way, and Chonker falls onto, and I get a natural 1 for the ratling, and crushes the ratling in the process.
And then, can I rush over to Wrath and give him some?
Yeah.
All right, Wrath, have a greater healing potion.
Thank you. I have a few. I have 3.
I'll give you one of yours for now.
Thank you. I start to come to. I'm a rat. My name is Big Red Chomper. I eat manling flesh. Where am I?
Slap.
Yes.
Snap out of it, Ravenous. Yeah.
Oh, I had the strangest dream, and I have the weirdest taste in my mouth.
Yeah, that's because you may have eaten a little bit of rat, maybe,
And possibly some human as well.
or maybe a thigh.
Was that the leader, or they seem to have vacated the area?
There's something you should know. Before I was drawn in, there was plans in another room. We should head there quickly in case there are others that come this way. Follow me, and I'm gonna lead the my comrades to the other room. I'm going quickly, and I'm gonna bring Bruce back, but I'm not really paying attention if there's like other things.
You race back across the bridge to the other room, the other information, and the messages relayed. As the skittering ratlings from that survived flee out the other end of the tunnel.
I feel like as you're running away, I'm like, Wrath, are you okay? Are you still a ratling? Do you think you're a ratling?
All that stuff, guys. Just get
Sure.
method acting, you know? Get really into it.
I'll get you.
What is the line? Be careful for those who stare into the abyss, lest the abyss stare into you. Be wary of he who fights monsters, lest they become a monster themselves.
That sounds appropriate for everything that I've been through.
Now, if you pretend to be the rat, become the rat.
I've tasted too many things. I don't need that on my palate anymore. I need a cleanser.
Well, with that is where we will end things for this evening. I want to give a massive thank you
huge thank you to Kyle, who is hanging out.
Good evening and welcome back to the Shadow
Road. And we're joined.
We are the Dungeon Dude. We meet every other Tuesday and Thursday.
We record the campaign live on Twitch, Dungeons of Dragonheim.
This Thursday, Kelly and I will be taking questions from our Patreons, Brennan Lee Mulligan of Dimension 20 and Best Characters. With that, I believe it is time for us to return to the shadows.
Dragonheim is no more. For 15 years, we foolishly believed the madness and mayhem of that crumbling city was confined to the ruins. We were wrong. Insidious horrors have crept out of the shadow of Dragonheim into a world unprepared for such nightmares. Tales of strange magic, swirling haze, and unspeakable terrors echo through the villages and towns surrounding that accursed place. Now, the Dusk Wardens, a new band of heroes, are tasked with driving out the seeping tendrils of the spreading darkness before it takes root.
Welcome back to the Shadows of Dragonheim. When last we left our heroes, they had delved into the depths of the Dransman sewers in pursuit of a vicious band of ratlings who had taken root in the sewers. Finding the location of the nest by deceiving a poor ratling prisoner known as Shorttail with their magic, our heroes infiltrated the ratlings' feast and caused quite a ruckus all along the way. Now they have found a small burrow just off the main halls of the ratlings where curious documents are scattered about. If we look up at our map right here, so you've come into this small chamber. It's only accessible by taking the makeshift bridge that has been constructed across the underground river back over here. And, well, it branches off to another path to the north. And in fact, from the main rattling chamber, there was another path leading off as well. We haven't explored yet. Several rattlings fled that way. You've now moved through the chamber of the Cowhide Run into this small and quite well-appointed chamber. It appears that only a single rattling uses this as its dwelling, for there is a pile of hay stacked up on twigs and several pillows, children's toys, discarded bits of clothing, all of which appear to be rather high quality and soft clothing that form a small nest in the corner over here. There are several candles and lanterns scattered throughout the room, and in fact you can see that there is a small doll made in the image of a rat with a little crown on it that has two very small pieces of delirium for eyes that is nestled in the bedding. And across from the bedding are two other notable things. First, there is a large chest with several piles of gold, jewelry, other gemstones, and other bits of coinage that look like they have been scavenged from bodies. And a small board that looks like it used to be a door, perhaps, or perhaps the shutter of a window that has been propped up to make a makeshift writing desk. There are scrolls all scattered about, books and other documents, in fact, what look to be several spell books, too. And bits of ink, which may or may not be made out of blood or feces, and a large what is on the very top is a very rudimentary map of Westmore, but there are many other papers and scrolls scattered about.
I find it strange that we found this in a rat's den. Rats can't be this intelligent. Maps and spell books.
They did mention that River had mentioned that there were some rats that had proven to be more intelligent than others, and judging by the looks of this room, it wasn't the big Chonkers, was it? It wasn't Chonkers. He didn't live here.
The bed is too small for a rat that size.
So,
I mean, any of the other ones we've come across have not been. They've had intelligence, yeah, for basic language, but not anything significant.
I say we search the place and see what we can find, and then get out of here. I wouldn't want to stop too long. This is rat country. Plus, if I do recall, there was a mention of a Chungus as well, and perhaps a leader of some sort, an intelligent rat. We might want to check the scrolls and other belongings in this room. And I'm worried that with the commotion that we may have just caused, if there are other ratlings nearby, they probably already know we're here.
Most likely, they were in for another battle to get out of this place.
Rudy, did you want me to keep watch?
Is it light enough for you to keep watch?
Is it light enough for me to keep watch?
You would need a light source yourself to keep watch effectively.
Look, we found something. We should take what we could use as valuable information, but our task is not complete. We must destroy this entire nest and every remnant of the rats. You heard River. She spoke of the plague that affects Drakenheim has come this far. It would only be a matter of time before the rats repopulate and take back over. We have to destroy every remnant and not allow them back in. We cannot leave yet.
Of course. Yeah,
Agreed.
now, do we grab the stuff in this room, or do we leave it for later and come back for it? I think at least some of the documents might be important not to leave. Gold, of course, is important, but...
It's important for our expedition.
Alright. Rathy, grab the documents, I'll grab the gold. We'll help keep an eye out. Your eye.
At least a good eye out.
Okay.
A good eye out.
Well, rule number 63, gold has no value to the dead, and if we plan to kill all the rats, then I would say that gold is for us.
Yes.
I will keep an eye out, and I turn into the darkness and strain my eye to try to keep a watch.
I mean, you do have your dagger, don't you?
Yes, Rudy, let's just make me a glowing beacon so that the rats all see me well before I see them. If I keep the lights off, at least I might have a chance to see something moving in the dark before they see me.
Bruce, if food comes, let us know so that we may help you eat it.
Yeah, said Bruce with Willow. And
You're a good team.
also, Rath, you look a little hurt. Do you need any potions while we're here?
Thank you for reminding me.
Can I take
I have like a chunk of myself missing because of Chonker's sword as he stabbed it into me. I'll drink another greater healing potion.
Same, yeah, I'm gonna drink one. And then I'm gonna go over to the gold and start shoving it into whatever bag or something.
Cracking open the gold, there are several gemstones in it. Approximately, there could be about, between the gold, the gemstones, the jewelry, and the other things assembled, there could be approximately 3,000, maybe 4,000 gold worth of valuables here. It's quite a haul. And as you sort through it, make an investigation check. 17. One of the gems inside is in this pile. It's actually quite large, and it looks like to be a large ruby. But as you go to pick it up, it's almost hot as coal when you pick it up.
Rat, there's this hot gem. I assume magic whenever something doesn't seem right. Can you go take a look?
Can I pick it up with my mage hand?
Yeah. It is certainly magical. to spend a little bit more time to determine the nature of its magic.
We'll have to save this for later. I don't think we have the time to determine it, but you're right, it's hot. I suggest in the future not picking up hot things with your bare hands.
Well, if I knew, I wouldn't have picked it up, but good advice as always, Raph.
Thank you. I am a betrayer of great advice.
Can I wrap it in, like, I don't know, some sort of clothing?
Yeah.
A glove, perhaps.
Yeah, like, and it doesn't burn it?
It's enough that it's like an oven mitt wrap.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like
can I-
picking up a hot skillet.
I'm just gonna add hot gem.
Wrath, what did you want to sort through?
I want to grab that map that Bruce found before, and I really want to take a look at that little rat totem.
Cool.
I want to take a closer look at that.
There is a small doll beside the bed. It is shaped like a rat with what looks like looking at it has either claws or maybe it's carrying a small sword of some kind, and it has a little black cape and a crown and eyes made of two small pieces of delivery.
Seems to be some kind of god that they worship, or some kind of action figure amongst their people. Maybe maybe a hero amongst them. An idol, if you will. I will keep this for sentimental reasons, to remember my time as a rat.
You pick up the rough, and the map depicts westward with a large red arrow going down the Dran River towards Ash Bay. It's crudely rendered, but there's a large circle, perhaps written in blood, around Ash Bay, and several scrawled question marks saying "Where fish, where shiny." And then there's a few other smaller arrows going out from Drakenheim to down the waterways towards other cities upriver and downriver from Drakenheim itself.
Another piece of advice, friends, never write in blood. You slowly and you quickly run out of ink. I will keep this, and I will also study it in hopes to not go further into my own madness.
As you pick up the map, there's a few other documents that are underneath the map as you lift it up. One appears to be they all appear to be lists of some kind. The
Yeah, you
first
should
is
advise
a
don't use
list
your blood as ink.
very mundane objects. In a crude hand, it says wood, metal, sheep, grain, stone, nails, skin, ropes, wheels, windmill, and then the last thing, question mark, air? Picking up the list beside it, you can see that there is a very strangely rendered drawing. It looks to be the hull of a boat, and inside are several stick-figured-like ratlings that are all smiling and carrying spears. But the ship doesn't have a mast. Instead, it looks like some sort of shell is covering the main deck of the ship, and the sails of a windmill have been affixed to the back of the boat, and there's several wheels and gears on the inside. And looking at the drawing, it looks like the boat is under the water, and there are several pipes coming up from the boat, poking out of the water. The front mass of the boat looks to be drawn like to resemble the face of a rat.
Someone has taken our turn boat upside down move and expanded on it. They must have seen us in the caves and the ruins where
Finals?
we intelligently found a way to create a submersible vehicle.
On the back side of it is written the following. Step 1, kill fishes. Step 2, kill humans. Step 3, question mark, question mark, question mark. Step 4, steal boat. Step 5, kill more humans. Step 6, fix boat. Step 7, question mark, question mark, question mark. Step 8, get shiny.
They are much more intelligent than we give them credit for.
And then a final page is written in bold letters, questions to ask Rat God. The first question is, what your favorite color? The second question is, how best cook humans? The third question is, where big fat fish mom? The fourth question is, where big underwater shiny? And the fifth question is, where rat prints?
These items that are on the list, because I also imagine when you were describing the picture, is it like a picture you'd find on someone's fridge of like their 5-year-olds?
Yeah.
So it's like this big shape and there's all these like stick people and like please someone draw that. Please someone add that to the fan art. Are any of the things on the list of mundane items, like the skin and the sheep and the wood and the steel, are they in this room?
No.
Okay.
No. It looks like the list has several boxes beside each item that are meant to be checked off, but none of the items have been checked off yet.
But Wrath, do these look like spell components maybe? Like, I mean, I don't know if skin is a component, but
I'm starting to think that these are blueprints for, so kind of like a spell, but in the sense that they were planning on building something. These creatures are mindless beasts with a horrible appetite, but they are engineers at their simplest. They dig these massive tunnels. They must have some sort of leadership that is devising plans. This is not good.
not at all. I think we underestimated the intelligence of these creatures, even though they can't really speak proper common.
These plans cannot stay here. They must come with us or be destroyed. My hope is that only a few of them are capable of putting together such great machines or buildings.
Through the rest, you do find 4 other magical arcane scrolls. One is a scroll of darkness, one is a scroll of stinking cloud, one is a scroll of polymorph, and the last is a scroll of contact other plane.
You got all those right?
However, polymorph, stinking cloud, darkness, contact other plane.
Yes, however, it seems that the scroll, something in the scroll is fixed, and the individual that is meant to contact has already been determined.
Does it say or no?
With some study, do you think I could determine what
it would probably take
thing
you
it is?
Like looking at it offhand, this is what you can determine. With about an hour of study, you could determine who it is meant to contact.
Now, I'm no mage, and I've just been kind of eavesdropping on your conversation from out here in the dark hallway. But
oh my gosh, you're here!
yes, yes.
You sneak back up and you're like right over our...
Yeah, I like just appear out of the shadows. Perhaps it was to contact their supposed rat god. They've spoken of it many. They have a list of questions that you just read out loud. They want to ask it its favorite color. Perhaps this was the method they were going to use to ask it its favorite color.
Maybe. I mean, maybe I'm underestimating them again, but do they really think they have a rat god on another plane? Like,
I would be concerned to use that scroll in particular. Now, I'm no expert on magic. I know next to nothing, you could say. So I'll just see myself out and I fade back into the shadows.
No, Wilhelm, you are right. This could be dire, but this rat god may be something else. Something that they do not totally understand. For I have contacted beings from other planes, and
You have?
only see a glimpse.
Are you okay?
What?
What is okay?
Dabble in. Where are you dabbling?
Where am I?
strange things?
Wrath, when we get out of here, I'm going to have a conversation with you, and we're going to talk about your magic, because I'm worried that you might be losing yourself in your own disguises. But beyond that, just based on what you found here, I would say that we ask River. She's far wiser than other spellcasters we've met.
Figure this out.
Okay.
But you are correct. This would be dangerous to play with lightly. I would need to make sure that we know who we're talking to. When you open these channels to other worlds, they're not as simple as naming a being. You never really know who could be on the other line, so it is important that we tread lightly. Although,
Well, I'm gonna stop the stream now soon. I was hoping the snow was gonna melt faster up here, but it's taking its time. Maybe if it came a little rain, it would go faster. No rain, only sun. So, I'll see you guys later when I'm playing War Thunder, or tomorrow morning when I'm going to work. Oh, it's a lot of sun.